Hey guys, it's Haley. Welcome back to the Disney Cupcake channel. Today I am in my kitchen because I'm going to be making some really cute Mickey head shaped treats based off of Disney parks, and they're really easy to make. I really want to eat one, so let's get started. So the things you will need to make this Mickey Rice Krispie treats are 6 cups of cereal treats, 1 10-ounce bag of marshmallows, 3 tablespoons of butter, a Mickey Mouse cookie cutter, a large pot, something to melt chocolate. You can melt it on the stove, melt it in a candy melter like this, parchment paper, a sandwich bag, a 9x13 pan with cooking spray. To decorate these Mickey Mouse Rice Krispie treats, today we will be using milk chocolate, red chocolate, a bunch of sprinkles, white chocolate, chocolate-coated candies, and that is all the ingredients we will be using today. So before we start making our Rice Krispie treats, we're going to be melting this chocolate. Since this does take a few minutes to melt, we're going to be melting this as we make our Rice Krispie treats. So if you're going to be using one of these candy melting pots, just set it to melt and just let it melt while you make your Rice Krispie treats. Now let's move over to the stove so we can make our Rice Krispie treats. So first set your stove to medium heat, and once it's ready, you're just going to add your butter and wait for it to melt. Once all your butter is melted, you're going to add your marshmallows. And keep stirring them till they melt completely. This is what it should look like when all the marshmallows are melted. Next, remove it from the heat and add your cereal treats. And make sure to mix it quickly. Next, take your sandwich bag and just use any extra butter that you used. When you're melting this butter, use any of the extra butter to put butter all over the bag, and you're going to be using this as a glove. Then make sure your pan is all greased, because now we're going to pour in the cereal treats. Next, just put the baggie on your hand and spread out all the Rice Krispie treats evenly. So since these are still hot, we are going to put them in the fridge while we go melt our chocolate. So now I'm just going to keep stirring this chocolate till it's completely melted while we wait for our Rice Krispie treats to cool. So I just took my Rice Krispie treats out of the fridge. They were in there at the most, I'd say, for about 5 minutes. And now we're going to be making our Mickey heads. So you're going to need your Mickey Mouse cookie cutter. We're going to make our Mickey heads. Just make sure it's pushed down all the way and it cuts through the Rice Krispies. We got it out. And we're going to let it sit. I just like to look at that. Like, look at that. That looks so much better than that right now. And just keep making as many as you can. Five Mickey heads out of the one pan, and it does hurt a little getting it out, but it worked out. And now with all the scraps, if you've been to the parks recently, you may have realized that they've actually been selling Rice Krispie treat like balls, and they're like kind of good like snacks to eat while you're walking around the park. So with the scraps, we're just gonna make a couple of those. You could also make them into little Mickey heads, or you could just make little extra Rice Krispie treat creations out of all of your extras. I want them to hear the sound. Listen to that. Okay, so now that we have all of our Rice Krispie treats hardened and ready to decorate, I'm going to start off with my milk chocolate. I'm going to be dipping the Mickey heads in the milk chocolate, and I'm going to be adding some little sprinkles on them. Look at that. Now we're going to try another one. So there is our Mickey, and he actually looks like a Mickey right now. And I'm just going to put some Mickey-like head sprinkles on them. I actually got these from Minnie's Bake Shop at Disney. Now this is going to be the last Mickey head that I'm dipping in the white chocolate, because we're going to be using the red chocolate next to make them look like the actual Mickey. We're going to be using the rest of this milk chocolate to dip our balls over there next. Okay, there is our last milk chocolate Mickey, and I'm going to be putting some tiny M&Ms on it. So we do have this other little tool to help us drizzle these on, but you could always just use a spoon. So these didn't come out too great, but we're also going to drizzle them with the red just to give them a little bit more, and you can also add sprinkles to them if you want. But again, it just depends. It just depends if you have any extra Rice Krispie treats, which you probably will if you're making this treat. So next we're going to be melting this red candy melt, and then we're going to be dipping those Mickey heads. I actually only ended up dumping about half of the red candy melts in, since we're only dipping 2 and drizzling a little bit, so we're not really going to need that much. And we did have a lot of extra chocolate as well. So we have our red candy melted, and now we're going to be dipping our Mickey heads. So this red is basically showing Mickey's pants. And then that white chocolate that I said we were going to need earlier are going to be the buttons on his pants. And we need to wait for that to harden so we can put on the white chocolate. So I'm just going to add a little bit of red to a few of them. Basically the ones that don't look the best, I'm going to add. So here is the final product. They came out super cute, and I cannot wait to eat one. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Make sure to like and subscribe, and leave a comment down below what other Disney treats you would like me to make. There are also going to be some pretty funny bloopers and fails at the end of this video, so make sure you stay tuned to the end so you guys can see that. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys next time. Bye! Chocolate melter things. What would you call that? Let it melt while you make your Rice Krispie treat. Waiting. It's fun. I just put the camera in the refrigerator. It's still working. Whoa. Hey. This one's giant. And yeah, that's all.